Hey good people, it's Sheena and I'm back with another video. So today I wanted to go over some of the things I've noticed now that it's been a while since we've painted our cabinets at home. I know a lot of us are trying to save money. So if you are, you definitely want to stick around for this video. Painting your cabinets at home is not an easy task to do, but it is doable. If you kind of take your time, break it down, and you will be surprised by how much better you feel in your kitchen, especially knowing that you did it. Yes, you can pay someone to do it. So if you have the budget for that, then that's great. But if not, you can definitely do this. But I don't want you thinking because we painted our cabinets at home that they are just perfect. So I want to show you some of the blemishes, some of the imperfections I've noticed now that we've been living with the cabinets for about 5.5 months now. That can be easy to fix, but maybe it will save you the trouble. So the first thing I noticed is a little bit of separation, which if you don't have to add trim on your cabinets, you may not experience this. But if you watch my makeover video, you know that these were all flat slab cabinets and we added the trim around it to give it more of a shaker style, to beef it up, to give it a BBL, which now people are going more towards the smaller or slimmer, thinner shaker style. Anywho, that's what we did to our cabinets. There is a little bit of separation. Now, when we did the kitchen, it was crunch time. We were trying to get it ready right before Thanksgiving. We were having family over, and that day and a few days afterwards, it was great. I did not notice any of that, but I want to say about 2 months in, that's when I was cleaning the cabinets. I saw like a little bit of separation. I'm going to put in some clips, some close-ups so you can see what I'm talking about. But there were some separations where the trim is. I noticed that somewhere where the putty is, it could have been sanded a little more. So where the separation is, you know, we probably can just recalk that, right? Just caulk that and paint over it. Also, I noticed a brush stroke. Surprisingly, just one, but I noticed a brush stroke on the white cabinets. We did try to spray most of the cabinets when weather allowed it, but some of the times we had to hand roll or brush the paint on. And so with these things, a simple sanding and going over with a foam roller should be fine. And I only noticed this with the white cabinets. But yeah, for the upper cabinets, mostly just some areas to be resanded and recalked. Now, even with the upper cabinets, we did have an issue with the paint yellowing. So if you're thinking about painting over wood cabinets, stained cabinets, any cabinet with a darker color, I would definitely recommend starting with an oil-based primer first. For the upper cabinets, we started off with just a paint with a primer built in it. The color was Chantilly lace, which I hear is historical for, you know, yellowing on cabinets. But we noticed like after the first, 2 coats that it was still yellowing. So we went in with the oil-based primer and then that solved all of our problems. We were able to go in with just that 1 coat. And keep in mind, we are still sanding and you want to sand in between each coat. You want to paint, let it dry, and then sand, you know, get all the rough spots and then paint again. To me, that gives you the best outcome. Now, when it comes to the bottom cabinets, I have not noticed any separation. I have noticed where along the border things could be a little smoother, sand down a little more. But other than that, I don't see any issues. But we were going just from wood cabinets to a very dark color on the bottom. And so for that color, it was Black Magic, and all we used was just the paint with the built-in primer. And the paint we used was mostly Bayer paint. That's the paint that I prefer. So yeah, really no issues with the bottom cabinets, honestly. When it comes to, though, having darker cabinets, everything shows up. Everything, air, whatever it is, it shows up on the bottom cabinets. I know typically most people say, hey, you know, white cabinets show everything. Dark cabinets show everything too. So you just want to be mindful of that. Maybe what type of cleaner you are or what would get on your nerve if you saw it every day. I intentionally did not clean the cabinets for 2 weeks just to show you guys what it would look like. And we use our kitchen a lot. Everyone that lives in this house cooks, even the cat and the dog. So I don't want y'all thinking like, oh, well, she probably haven't. No. So, and to me, this looks very dirty. Honestly, the white cabinets, you really don't see that much dirt, but the darker cabinets, I can see it as soon as I walk in the room. It's been a little bit painful going without wiping them down, but I really wanted to show you guys what it looked like not to clean those darker cabinets. And would you be okay with that? So if you're someone that deep cleans your kitchen maybe every 2 weeks, and that's when you do your cabinets, this may be a problem for you if you don't like the look of stuff on your cabinets. But if you're someone, when you clean your kitchen or wash your dishes, like you're wiping your counter, your microwave, and you're wiping your cabinets, then this won't be a problem at all. When I clean the kitchen, normally I am wiping my cabinets down once or twice a week. And even throughout the week, if I see something running down, I'm going to wipe it out. I don't have a problem with that because honestly, I like the way it looks after I wipe my cabinets down. So it's not that big of a deal to me. But for some other people, it may be. And that's what this video is for, to see if you truly want to go with a moody kitchen or if white is right. You know, I'm spilling the tea or the wine. But yeah, I know, you know, painting your own cabinets can save you money, but it still is a big deal. Paint still can be a big deal when you paint something the wrong color or a color that you don't love. And I must say, I am still in love with these colors. One thing I would say when it comes to painting your own cabinets, like, have realistic goals. I thought for some reason we would be done in a week, but we work both full time. He works 2 jobs and it just didn't happen. And then you add in the weather, just didn't happen. So it really did take us about 3.5 weeks, which a lot of that was geared towards switching to the no-show hinges, figuring that out. But still, don't go into it thinking like it's a weekend unless you only have like 2 cabinets. Like, take your time. You'll be so happy you did. When you get done, you'll probably wish you had started earlier. But to this day, still, I have no regrets. I have not seen any chipping. And this is not our first time painting cabinets. In our other home, we did paint unfinished cabinets from Lowe's. That was, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 years ago. And still, those cabinets are holding up well. And that was our first time doing it. So we had a little bit more knowledge going into painting these cabinets. But still, like, try to get as much information as you can. Please sand in between each coat. Some people use a top coat. We did not. And please make sure you let the cabinets dry and cure for as long as possible. When they were dry to the touch, you know, we went ahead and hung them up. But we were so careful with them. I think I felt like they needed to cure for several weeks. So for several weeks, we did not do a whole lot to them as far as touching, cleaning. Tried to let them just really finish as best as possible, and I think that helped a lot as well. So I'm going to go ahead and clean the cabinets. But when I clean my cabinets, don't get on me too bad. Typically I use Fabuloso and water mixed up in a spray bottle, or just Mrs. Meyer's. I know that's like 2 opposite sides of the spectrum, but that's what I use. I typically don't use anything with a lot of bleaching, anything that's gonna lighten up or change the color of my cabinets. I do not use. And something else to consider when it comes to the paint we use, for both of the cabinet colors, I did go with the eggshell finish. I didn't want anything too shiny, but I also did not want anything too flat and hard to clean. And honestly, I have had no issue with cleaning. I know everybody is different, but I have not had any issues. Sometimes I don't even use a product. I just use water just to kind of wipe it down. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and clean the cabinets, let you see kind of what it looks like to go from dirty to clean, and hopefully sway you in one direction if you feel like you can go ahead and paint your own cabinets, or if you feel like you can go with a darker color. I'm gonna insert the clip, and as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for your support, and I will see you on the next video.